Good evening, fans. This is Mock Madness, and we're coming up to the Elite Eight here. We're just going to finish off our Sweet 16 games for tonight. Just a quick shout out to Richard, the Captain Campo, for his suggestion of Supertramp's Breakfast in America album today. Also, I'd like to introduce our sponsor today for this segment, PAM. When you need a non-stick protection, you use PAM. All right, let's go start with the results from yesterday's Sweet 16 games. The Big Ten continues on a roll as the Michigan Wolverines begin the day with a 74-73 victory over the Oregon Ducks. Isaiah Livers led the Wolverines with 19. In Game 2, again, we saw the Penn State Lions come back from 7 down at half to upset the Florida State Seminoles. Penn State was down the ACC champ 71-70. It will be another Big Ten elite matchup in the South region. And the only non-Big Ten matchup of the day was the West. It had an all-SEC matchup between LSU, right here, and Auburn. Auburn had beaten the LSU Tigers on February 8th in a thrilling game that went into overtime. Score was 91-90. This game did not disappoint. Game tied at half, and then tied with 21 seconds when Skylar Mays hit a baseline jumper to push LSU into the Elite Eight. The last game, the last region we look at is the Big Ten co-champion, the Maryland Terrapins versus the Cincinnati Bearcats. Maryland jumped out to an early lead and led by 8 at half. They held on to win 73-66. So there you have it. We have 4 teams in our Elite Eight. And talking yesterday about Fat Cat Frank Capretta's, he basically came down with this. He said all the Big Ten teams could have lost in the second round. They made it through. He still doesn't believe that seven of the 8 teams could be Big Ten teams, and we could have it all. We could have an all Final Four, all Big Ten teams. But he's saying the parity was so much this year that anyone could make it. It just happened to be the Big Ten's year. So that was his analysis when I spoke to him late last night. Preview of tonight's game. The East Region Final has the first of 3 Big Ten finals. Wisconsin Badgers take on Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hawkeyes beat the Badgers 68-62 back in January by 6. Wisconsin has really played well the last 2 months. I like the Badgers in this one, in a close one. The second game we have in the Midwest Region Final is another Big Ten matchup between Michigan State and Ohio State. The Spartans played the Buckeyes 3 weeks ago in Lansing. Spartans won 80-69 as Cassius Winston had 27 points. I expect Sparty to win this one in a real close one. Tomorrow's pool results after the third round will be in. I'll have a full recap of that tomorrow night. Bo Douglas is still leading, and Mick Jackson is still bringing up the rear. So full results tomorrow, and good night and good health to all.